Derek asks, who am I? Strange that this is the only question I have. Like, I have to ask you the question. It just popped out. Thank you.
Okay, and
So-
you think that's, who am I?
It's what the Cheshire Cat asked. Who are you?
Well, I feel like he's an enlightened guy. He likes to inspire people. The card that Scotty pulled was...
The Slow and Steady card. This is from Colette Baron Reed's The Enchanted Map Oracle Cards.
That's number 12.
Number 12. Ooh, I almost read it. Okay, got the right page now.
Slow and steady.
Yes,
Slow
slow
and
and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Remember the old cliche, slow and steady wins the race? This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. Okay. That's what I
Okay.
got.
All right. I feel like there's probably more to the story. So in this case, I will draw another card.
Okay.
So who am I? Your true identity is your spiritual self. It is the one that is already has no problem. It's balanced. It's happy. It is your part of your higher self. But it's the when you're over-identifying, that is when you become more of the your issues. This is life. I'm caught up in the reality of this. Now I feel like this person is, I think, awakening, or is already awake. And I really feel, to be able to speak and to communicate, I think there's not a problem with that. But to ask that question, again, I think he already knows. Why is he asking me becomes the question. And it says, there's something that's out of balance. What is out of balance? Is it something out of balance? There's something there that, you're talking about rats earlier, something that's gnawing at him, that there's a spark to move forward, but who am I? And getting in touch with that balanced self is knowing what you're not. And you're not your emotions, you're not your negativities, you're not the trapped strategies and beliefs and the rights and wrongs. You're not that. You're not your domesticated self, you're not your frozen part of who you are. Now Jen, you drew a card?
Yes, I was guided to pick a card from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Number 25 is the Eyes of Beauty. When the eyes of beauty show up as your ally, they require you to examine your perceptions. Do you see the world as perfect and beautiful? Can you retrace your steps from your past to now and see the perfection in the way reality has been created? Truly, perception is everything. A glass half empty is the same as a glass half full, yet so different according to how it's perceived. The eyes of beauty remind you that if you move forward with conviction, all is well now and always will be. You will see true prosperity as a result. Expect to see beauty and you will attract your highest good.
That sounds very good. And I'm going to read this Merlin card, even though I got it in reverse. I believe it's supposed to be upright. Because it's not that there's a test involved, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. And it could be just so that I'm reading two parts of this person. Actually, I don't want to read it. There's a lot here. I'll have Scott read it.
Okay. Where do we start? On this page?
Yes.
That is okay. The Merlin is the messenger of initiation and alchemy, and is both the magician and the high priest. He is the masculine keeper of magic and has the ability to turn iron ore into gold. The Merlin says, "You have all you need to move forward. Rejoice that all the elements you require for success are indeed present." You are given notice that when it comes to your life and its purpose, the magical aspect of the Merlin can be summoned to help you find an answer that is within you. When the Merlin appears, he tells you that justice will be done in all matters of your query, but not by any forceful action. Instead, ask yourself what you need to do to bring balance into your life. Are you working too hard, perhaps overthinking things? Do you have enough downtime? The answers you seek are not found in the obvious places. It's time to go within through meditation and prayer and ask the spirit world of Merlin's magical influence to send you signs and omens to help you chart your course. The Merlin says that he will lend you his wisdom and magic on this leg of your journey until you can claim it as your own. His message is always, be in the world, but not of it, and wear it only as a loose cloak about your shoulders. You will never have to look outside yourself for answers when the Merlin appears. Remember, all signs and omens sent by the Merlin are but reflections of that which is within you already.
Okay, so what I'm going to look at is the energy in the field, and to become more of who you are, which is your effortlessness to be happy and joy. Your state is supposed to be joy. And they said there's some dogma. You know, it don't have to be religion, but there's some dogma about the group consciousness that seem to become in the way. It's like a bully energy to some degree. It's, you know, you got it figured out, but we're talking about not the chronological age that you are, but the specific ages of how you've grown to be. So they're looking at a particular age of 6 years old that is kind of stuck, and it's waiting to go to that next step. But something about bully energy. Either you were, or you were taught that you have to be, or it is happening to you, whatever perception that you choose to look at it, somehow it plays a part. Again, I feel like he's very light-hearted and very much open and awakened and on this plane that really is about, hey, I'm all about this. But again, you're in a world picture on a world, so let's heal it so that you can actually become more of what you want to be. So Jen drew a last card for
right, one for good measure as far as an ascended master that will help you on this leg of the journey is the spiritual law of attraction represented by Melchizedek. The situation you're inquiring about has come to you via the spiritual law of attraction. You've attracted certain people or situations because they mirror your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. In the same way, people and situations that you once found desirable are now moving out of your life as you've shifted your energy through your spiritual path. Like attracts like. Means that everything and everyone that you draw into your life is similar to your thought patterns. If you want to change what or who you attract, hold more positive, loving, and joyful thoughts. The Ascended Masters and Angels can help you with this shift. So maybe it's also understanding if you have that question, because I had that question, or I've had that question several times, constantly nagging at me throughout my life, especially when taking inventory of the people that are around me, whether they are supportive or not on my journey. But they're also, those people also represent aspects of us. So they may be past part of ourselves as far as, well, I'm this really loving, joyful person, but maybe I need to shift out some friends and that kind of thing.
Yep.
What is it, the thing on Facebook, before you go diagnose yourself with low self-esteem, make sure that you're just not hanging around with a bunch of assholes.
Yes.
Words
To
of
be-
wisdom from Jen Tafel.
It's not for me. I don't.
It's a meme.
It's a
A meme,
meme.
right.
I don't take any
Okay.
claim for that. But but there is some truth in that when you're looking at yourself and your life and taking that inventory and you're looking around. Is it me? Is it them? You know, and that is an excellent question of who am I?
Yeah, and that's a lot of transformation question.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really upon awakening and deciding that you are going to get more insights through synchronicity, through spirit, through your true self. And it's that spark, it's that pull. And if you follow that lead, you will actually find that your true identity is sitting there waiting for you. How we did it was to heal those over identities. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you have any more questions, please write us again. And thank you.